Hi everyone, it's NonnaGrace, and I'm from Western New York. I've had comments about the number of eggs that I've gotten, which today I only got 2. Yesterday I got 4. But it's because the chickens are going molting. I was going to say broody, but no, they're not broody. If they were broody, they'd be laying eggs and sitting on them. They've been molting. The chickens have been molting. And so I'm going to put a little video in so you can see what molting looks like. And it's Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown is molting, which is very unusual. Usually my buffs didn't molt any until they were at least 2 years old. But Mr. Brown is an early molter. And you can see where on her wing, I will point it out in the video, where she's lost some of the feathers on her wing too. And she looks really scruffy, and she's not wanting to eat as much, but she's focusing on gaining her feathers back. And I think Honey Boo Boo must think he's a rooster now, because when the hens would be eating, the rooster would always stay back. Well, today was the first day that Mr. Honey Boo Boo didn't come into the hen house when I called to hear chick, chick, chick. He stayed under the tree, and then he did finally run over to me, but he only stayed for a second, and then he ran back. So he's realizing he's a rooster. He hasn't crowed yet, but he will crow. So let's just go to the video and you can see the molting. I've mentioned that the chickens are molting. Well, this is Mr. Brown. Notice how her feathers look. She's even got some that's missing right by the wing right there. That's why they're not laying as many eggs. Look at her tail feathers. They look pretty sad too. She's losing a lot of her feathers. A lot of the hens have never molted, but this year it seems like a lot of them are. And that's Mr. Brown. You can see how different she looks. She's got a lot of loose feathers. She's getting new ones. Mr. Brown is looking pretty scruffy. In fact, when I went out there to feed the chickens, I leave the chicken door, the gate opened, and when I called Honey Boo Boo and couldn't find him for a minute, and then finally came out from under the tree, I was a feeling of relief. And then I says, well, gee, where's Mr. Brown? And I was calling Mr. Brown, and I couldn't find Mr. Brown anywhere. And when I came out of the gate, there's Mr. Brown. She had come out of the gate, and she was walking back and forth. So I picked her up and put her back in. She's not wanting to be held even with this molting business. Maybe she's just acting so different than she used to act. She will shy away when I try to feed her by hand. She shies away from the other birds. Probably if I sit down, maybe she would hop up on my lap. I don't know. It's too cold for me to be outside to sit down, so I have been just giving them the chicken scratch. And I've been giving it to them outside a little bit because it's drier. And I've been giving it to them inside the chicken run. I did put a block out there that has seeds in it. It's supposed to be for wild birds, but I gave it to my chickens. So it's a 21-pound block of bird seed. So they can have that. I want to show you too. I finished one of my mermaids. I finished her. See, she's got her hair. And she's got her crown and her hat. Well, I gave her a hat because of the hair. So she looks really good. I think she looks really good.
What type of braid is that?
And it's a fishtail braid. The video I watched, they did the 3 braid, the regular braid, where this is called a fishtail braid. And
which is kind of appropriate that she is a mermaid.
Right. And then I did this one's not completely done. As you can see, she doesn't have her fins on the bottom. This one has the fins. And she doesn't have her crown yet. And this one has the crown. So, but she's coming along. And I gave her, she's a mermaid, so she can have wild hair. And she has the fishtail braid also. That fishtail braid is a pretty braid. Notice the braids. I'll show you both of them. You can see both girls with their braid. Okay. Well, I hope you all had a great day. We have beautiful weather right now, but it's supposed to get very cold. It was 60 degrees when I went out to gather the eggs, and it was 5 o'clock. It was dark out already, pitch dark. And so it's not very nice. Until the 21st of December, we'll keep getting dark early, and then the 21st of December is our shortest day, and then it should start to go the other way.
Daylight day.
Daylight day, yeah. It's still got 24 hours, but it's the shortest day of the daylight. Well, have a great night, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.